distorted feminine energy, someone cruel enough to intentionally attack your triggers. These energies have maintained their attachment, their connection, by way of triggering the solar plexus. They trigger the solar plexus. It doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel good, but that's how they maintain their connection. Because if they can get you to respond, that response is an emotional cord. It's a cord. It's a binding cord that binds you to this energy. So the more agitated you get, the more reactive you get when these energies are triggered, the stronger the hold, right? The stronger the hold. King of Air, higher wisdom, compassion, and divine understanding. Divine understanding dissolves the cord. Oh, I see what this is. I see exactly what this is. Don't take the bait. We've got Yang, action. It's divine masculine energy. Yang represents passion, power, drive, and intensity. This is like take the lead. Be assertive, take control. That's what this Knight of Wands is, right? Charging ahead with unbending passion, drive, intensity, emotional conviction. It's like burning through, pushing through, breaking through, feeling this energy and not being entrapped by it. Don't let this energy entrap you, because I can feel it. It doesn't feel good. We've got love here, the gift of rejuvenation. Nurturing the well-being and happiness of others can lead to newfound levels of healing and inspiration for everyone involved. Care, protection, support, understanding. That's what this contract is. It's a gift of rejuvenation, a gift of love. I talked about this on the community tab. The collective is going to be moving into a period where they're going to be healing through mature love, collaboration, building together. There are multiple ways to achieve your goals. Welcome support from external allies and watch for like-minded individuals who appear to offer assistance. That's what this is. Collaboration, building together. There are multiple ways to achieve your goals. Welcome in support from external allies and watch for like-minded individuals who appear to offer assistance. Hello everyone, welcome in, happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing all right. I'm going to be doing another collective message for you guys. This morning, I woke up pretty excited. I don't know what's going on in the energy, but the energy has shifted from whatever the hell was going on this weekend. This weekend, there seemed to be like a lot of extra friction, a lot of extra heat, a lot of extra fire. It could have had something to do with whatever was going on between Mars and Leo, two fire signs. We also had Uranus and the Sun making a conjunction in the sign of Taurus, so it was like fiery, friction, earthquakey energy. Very uncomfortable, personally, for me. I even wrote about it on the community board a little bit. Spirit just kept saying, hold your center, hold your center, hold your center. And I'm like, look, I need a freaking vacation because this is a lot. It feels like a lot. But I feel like the shift in energy is coming from like the shift in season, astrologically. Tomorrow, we're finally moving out of Taurus season. Nothing against Taurus. I actually love Taurus. Taurus is one of my favorite signs, but Taurus energy is very fixed and stubborn, right? So we're moving out of Taurus season into Gemini season. Gemini is an air sign, so the energy is already feeling a lot lighter, right? It's going to be light, airy, fun, flirty, wispy, Gemini, friendly, communicative energy. So that's going to happen tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Right now, I'm going to pull some cards to see what's going on in the energy. You survived the chaos magic. I'm hearing you survived the chaos magic. Now here comes the reward. You survived whatever chaos magic was going on over the weekend, especially if you're in an environment or around people, you're positioned around people who are unaware of what's going on in the energy, right? People who have little control over their emotional reactions. When they feel this energy, this fiery electric energy, it's going to trigger things within them. It's going to trigger certain reactions, certain emotional reactions. So if you're around lower vibrational energies, when this energy comes around, there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of friction. I know that's how it was for me. It was like off the freaking charts. It was off the charts. More than usual. Very, just didn't feel very good. Alright, where should we start, you guys? Where should we start? Let's get some keywords with this deck and then go from there. We've got tone down, dilute. I feel like that's what's going on now. Let me put my leg down. Okay. Spirit, please help me channel messages for the collective. Messages in love for... That's the energy is shifting. The energy is shifting. Messages in love for growth and evolution. Spirit, Archangel Michael, thank you for your love and protection. Please protect me as I channel through this energy. Please help me block out any negative interference. Clear and concise messages for the collective, please, Spirit. What's going on in the energy? Let's get some keywords. Spiritual bandit, corruption. Okay. I was so excited to do this reading. I don't know what's going on in the energy, but I feel a lot of excitement. Maybe that's that Gemini energy coming in. Okay, what do we have, Spirit? We've got black hole parasite, no consciousness. Black hole parasite, first dimension, no consciousness. Maybe this is about those energies I was talking about, like being in an environment with people who have little to no conscious awareness of what's going on, how they just react unconsciously. That's an interesting energy, but let's keep going. Black hole parasite. No consciousness. First dimension. What else? There's that fire, that friction, that heat, and that tension. Whatever was going on with Mars and Leo, those two fiery signs, maybe they were clashing, some sort of square challenge energy. This feels like an energy drain, right? What do parasites do? They suck. They absorb. Black holes absorb energy. This could be that chaos magic, right? Fire, heat, friction, tension. Projecting this energy, this fire, this heat, this friction, this tension to get a response, an emotional response, so that whoever was in this black hole parasitic energy could absorb your emotional reaction, your emotional response. Hopefully, it was very challenging, right? Hopefully you were able to hold your center. Spirit kept telling me, like, hold your center, stay calm, stay grounded, but the energy was so uncomfortable. I was agitated. I'm like, Spirit, you're asking a lot. This is a lot for you to ask of me, to stay grounded in this experience right now. I was like, let me see you come down here and do it. Let me see let me see you come down here and do it, Spirit. So hopefully you were able to not give these energies what they wanted, right? We've got reason, compassion, and understanding at the bottom of the deck. This is the higher mind, right? Divinity and higher wisdom. So even through this energy, as challenging as it was, Spirit wanted us to maintain this elevated frequency of reason, compassion, and understanding. Understand what's going on, right? I tried to give as much information on the community board as I could, or as I felt called to, right? To let you guys know what was going on so that you can try to navigate the energy with reason, compassion, and understanding. Heavy on the understanding, right? The more you know. Let me see you come down here and be calm, Spirit. Okay, what else do we need to know with this energy? We've got independence, self-confidence, stability, positive self-expression. Positive self-expression, this is giving solar plexus energy. There's some research. Hold on one sec. I did some research on the solar plexus over the weekend. The solar plexus, I don't know why I wrote this in yellow. I can barely freaking see it. I wrote it in yellow. The solar plexus is a complex network of nerves located in the abdomen behind the stomach. So the solar plexus is a complex network of nerves located in the abdomen behind the stomach. The solar plexus is a crucial part of the autonomic nervous system. The solar plexus is a crucial part of the autonomic nervous system. The ANS, or the onomatopoeia, autonomic nervous system. Okay. The ANS, or the autonomic nervous system, is the nervous system that controls involuntarily bodily functions like heart rate and breathing. The ANS is a crucial system for maintaining the body's internal environment and responses. So, the solar plexus is essentially, it houses our nervous system response, right? So if these energies can trigger this solar plexus energy, right, this self-confidence energy, then they trigger our stress response. That response, that reaction, whatever we give out, it could be absorbed, right, by these energies if that's their intention. So the solar plexus regulates the comfort within our body and the comfort within ourselves, right? Positive self-expression. A comfortable and safe environment equals a healthy solar plexus. A comfortable and safe environment equals a healthy solar plexus. A chaotic and triggering environment equals a cooked or fried solar plexus. A cooked or fried solar plexus. Cooked or fried solar plexus equals discomfort within an awkward self-expression. Decompress is what I wrote here. So fire, heat, friction, tension directed at our solar plexus, right? To create some sort of discomfort within. We are moving through an energetic gateway, right? If these energies, these black hole parasitic energies, we're going to clarify, but if these energies can alter our self-confidence or our internal stability, our positive self-expression, get us to feel low, then it alters the gateways that we have access to. It alters the gateways that we have access to, right? Okay, let's do one more, Spirit. You're almost there. You're almost there. So whatever they tried, right? Even if it's not a person, I feel like it's a person because that's my personal experience, right? But even if it's just astrologically, right? The energy moving and shifting around, triggering us with this fire, heat, friction, tension, maybe lowering our self-confidence or our idea of what we can accomplish, right? I forgot where I was going with that. But even if this is just astrological, it didn't work. I feel like that's the, ooh, look, tyranny, cruel, unreasonable, oppressive abuse of power. That's what this black hole parasitic energy is. It's tyranny, a tyrant, someone cruel, unreasonable, someone who is oppressive and abuses their power. But you're almost there. You're still moving. You're still moving. I talk a lot about how ascension, it's not just like a straight shot up. Ascension, I like to describe it as reaching a certain frequency, ascension, and then descension, right? We descend back into lower traits, right? We're pulled back down. But once we reach like a certain frequency, once we reach that threshold, that's going to be like our standard. So there's always an opportunity to elevate, to ascend back up to the frequency that we reach. So it's like, it's like we ascend and then we descend, and then the next time we ascend we go a little bit higher, and then we descend, and then the next time we ascend we go a little bit higher, right? Or we can think of it as like a spiral. We spiral at one frequency, we learn something new, and then we ascend a little bit higher. We might spiral back down, we learn something new, and then we ascend a little bit higher. Spirit says you're almost there. What is on the other side of this you're almost there energy? What's on the other side? What's on the other side? Guys, it's friendship. It's a new contract. Friendship, companionship, closeness, connection, fun, time spent, love. This could also be that Gemini energy. Gemini is the youngest of the air signs. If you know a Gemini, I have a Gemini moon, but if you know a Gemini sun, they're very like playful and funny, like funny as hell, witty. So maybe this is that Gemini energy, or maybe this is a new contract for friendship and companionship. Okay, let's start clarifying these energies. Spirit says you're almost there. Contract, friendship, companionship, closeness, connection, fun, time spent, and love. What's on the bottom? Pride, courage. Pride, courage. This is like the sun energy, life force energy, maybe like inner energy retrieval. Okay, we're gonna clarify, you guys. Let's go to the tarot. All right, Spirit, let me do just like a quick shuffle. Hopefully it's not too loud. I feel a lot of playful energy. Maybe that's why I woke up super excited. I'm so excited for Gemini season. My goodness. Bring it on. I'm so excited for this energy. This friendship, companionship energy. I've been in hermit mode for like 3 years I've been in this hermit cave. Like 3 years ago, I went completely off grid. I deleted all of my social medias except for Twitter. And I disconnected from all of my friends, lovers, right? I was kind of forced into this hermit energy. I lost my job, I lost my apartment, I lost everything. My car just stopped working out of nowhere, so I've been like stranded in like a forest inside of a cave, studying myself, studying my subconscious, studying the subconscious energies of other people around me. So I'm really excited to move into this new energy. Friendship, companionship, closeness, connection, fun. Fun. Oh my goodness. I feel like I haven't had any genuine fun in years. I've been in the cave, you guys. I saw the King of Cups. Okay. Tell me about the overall energy. Let's do one card for the overall energy. Oh, the Two of Cups. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Should I put it back? I'm gonna leave it. Oh, I feel like this energy is haunting me. This Two of Cups energy. This connection. You got the Two of Cups. That's what this is, this contract. It could be a friendship. It could just be companionship, coming together with someone. This is a harmonious beginning between two well-matched individuals, right? With this Two of Cups and this friendship card, I'm getting like soul family. We've got the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Mental conflict wanting to show face. The Six of Pentacles is a karmic adjustment. It's balancing the scales, giving a little, receiving a little, so that the scales are balanced. This could be the universe giving to someone in need so that things can balance out. Six, for me, always represents community, support from a community, support from a group, support from friends, right? So maybe that's what this is. So we've got the Two of Cups as the overall energy. It doesn't have to be love, but it does have something to do with an emotional exchange. Okay, what's the challenge here? What's the challenge? The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like a breakthrough, a mental clarity, truth, honesty. The challenge is the Ace of Swords, guys. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition. The Ace of Swords is like divinity and higher wisdom, trusting what you receive. This is like crowned knowledge, royal knowledge, royal wisdom, trusting what you receive from your higher self with the High Priestess here. This is a challenge. I'm gonna go do my hair later. It's like, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll get it together. Why is the Ace of Swords the challenge? Truth. Truth is the challenge. Why? What is this? The Wheel of Fortune and Death. Purification for a new cycle. Death is a process of purification, right? Shedding the old, shedding the old so that you can move into the new. And then the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, working on it, working on your frequency, working on something. I'm going to put these back and see if we can get just one. Why is the Ace of Swords? Look at that. The Three of Swords. This is like past heartbreak influencing your future, allowing past heartbreak to influence your future, allowing past heartache, betrayals in love to impact your future. Maybe you're receiving some sort of communication, clarity, wisdom from spirit or your higher self about a Two of Cups. We've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords here. The Queen of Wands is this energy: independence, self-confidence, stability, positive self-expression. The King of Swords is, he has the Ace of Swords. He's holding the Ace of Swords, and he's making decisions based on the information, the download he's received from Source. Okay, so this is the challenge. This is the obstacle. Past heartbreak influencing your future. What is the advice? What's the advice? We've got the Three of Pentacles. This is this energy. This friendship energy, companionship, maybe it is, maybe it's not. The Three of Pentacles talks about collaborating with a group, coming together with like-minded individuals to make a material investment in something, right? Whatever they're investing in, the Three of Pentacles, it's going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles, right? So working with others, working with a group, investing your time, your energy, and attention to build something that is going to result in longevity, abundance, fulfillment. That's the advice. Collaboration is the advice. Under you're almost there, you're almost there. And then we've got fire, heat, friction, tension under the, we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Under fire, heat, friction, and tension. Maybe this energy, right? This black hole parasitic energy. It's like draining your confidence. Draining your confidence. Your confidence to move in this direction here. Okay, so that's the advice. What is the best possible outcome here, Spirit? Best possible outcome. Best possible outcome. Highest potential outcome. The Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands. This is like charging toward a passionate new beginning, right? If this is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands is something new, something exciting, something inspirational, something fun, something creative, right? This knight is on a horse and he's charging ahead with this Ace of Wands, with this new beginning, this new path. The knights are also messengers, right? So maybe it's like making a bold move. We've got the King of Swords again. The King of Swords. The King of Swords receives the reason and understanding from his higher self. He receives the divine wisdom and he takes action, right? This is a king, a masculine energy. The masculine energy takes action. We've got the Hanged Man. It's like a shift in perspective, shifting your perspective. Shifting your perspective so that you can move. Or maybe you've been in this energy, right? Introspection, observation, scoping out the scene, trying to make a choice. What was that? Okay, let's put that here. Anything else we need to know? Anything else? Anything else? There's victory here. Victory, success. The Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is this energy here. Fire, heat, friction, tension, right? And the card, the Five of Wands there, let me see if I can find it. Where's the Five of Wands? Okay, here's the Five of Wands. Fire, heat, friction, tension, conflict, chaos, disorder. The Five of Wands is sandwiched in between the world, completion, and the Seven of Wands, standing your ground. Standing your ground. The Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. This is victory over past challenges, right? So there's some sort of victory here. Maybe you've done this. Maybe you've stood your ground. You stood your ground against whatever this conflict is, and this cycle is closing. Or there's an opportunity to close out this cycle, this fire, heat, friction, tension. Okay, let's clarify even more. I'm going to use these cards to clarify this top row. What time is it? This one might be a long reading. Tell me about black hole parasite. Should I use this deck? We'll see what comes out. Tell me about black hole parasite. The King of Air, mastery of mature thought. That's not what I was looking for. The King of Air is like elevated perspective, right? Raising your frequency or raising your consciousness above this. We did see reason, compassion, and understanding, divine understanding. That's what this is. So whatever this black hole parasitic energy is, Spirit wants you to evolve, elevate your perspective above it. I wanted like more details on what this energy actually is. Oh my god, I'm getting hot. Okay. Tell me about black hole parasite. Black hole parasite. Stop that, stop that, stop that. We've got victory lap, attainment of success. It says, despite the odds being stacked against you, you have successfully achieved a significant goal. Take a moment to celebrate your victory. Triumph, perseverance, recognition, celebration. That's what this is. So maybe this is past energy, right? Attainment of success. You've reached a significant milestone despite the odds being stacked against you. Maybe you have elevated your perspective, right? Maybe you have elevated your perspective, right? And you're aware you're the king of air. Maybe you are this king of air. Mastery of mature thought, whether you're male or female, right? Remember that these are frequencies. The king of air is a frequency. Mastery of mature thought. Okay, tell me about fire, heat, friction, tension. Fire, heat, friction, tension. I feel like I should be using this deck, but let's see what comes out of this one. We've got snake, treachery. Treachery. Let me move this. Treachery. That's what it is. Fire, heat, friction, tension. Snake, treachery. Maybe you've surrendered this energy. Tell me about independence, self-confidence, stability, positive self-expression. We've got butterfly, transcendence. This is about like transcending lower vibrational energies, whether they're your energies or energies that are being projected onto you. Breakthrough, ascension. So either this is an opportunity to ascend into this self-confidence energy, this healed solar plexus energy, or you've done this. Ooh. We've got the pits of hell. The pits of hell, that's what this is. Fire, heat, friction, tension. The pits of hell is an uncomfortable environment or experience. It's karma. Where the snakes reside. There's no growth here, lack of material growth. There's stagnation in the pits. Tell me about you're almost there. You're almost there. Whoa. We've got the finish line and seek, quest for truth. The finish line is you've come so far. You're almost there. You've come so far. Seek, quest for truth, talks about going into the cave. This could be the cave of our own subconscious, right? Going into the cave to find the truth, to find our independence, to find our self-confidence, to figure out what this heartbreak energy is in the challenge, right? Figure it out and undo it, right? This is the hermit going into the cave. The hermit going into the hermit's cave to quest for truth. And we've got the finish line. You've come so far. You're almost there. You've come so far. Quest for truth. Don't give up. And then let's do one last one for contract, friendship, companionship. It's the Two of Cups. This can't be a coincidence. We've got the Two of Cups, blossoming romance. And then we've got unplug, take a break. This is Hanged Man energy. Take a break to gain a new perspective. gain a new perspective so that you can speak up, declare with a microphone. That's what this Ace of Swords is, right? This is positive self-expression. Even if you're not called to speak up, like say something to someone, maybe this microphone is just expressing yourself positively, right? With this independence here, self-confidence, stability within yourself, positive self-expression. Maybe there has to be some sort of pause, unplug, take a break. That's what this seek energy is, right? Going into the hermit's cave. There's something here. Two of Cups, blossoming romance. We also have wounding. Oh goodness, guys. Wounding, early conditioning, and baggage, unresolved past. Maybe that's what this Three of Swords is. Early conditioning, wounding. This little guy here is the Five of Cups. In the traditional tarot, the Five of Cups is an adult figure. Let me see if I can find it. There he is. No. Okay, there's the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups talks about sorrow, disappointment, emotional loss, feeling like you haven't gotten a fair return on what you've given emotionally. This can even be like deprivation of love deprivation. This card is sandwiched between the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is lying, cheating, stealing. It could be someone playing tricks on your mind, projections that trigger this energy within you. Or this could also be our own mind playing tricks on us, right? This is the Thief. It could be a thief stored within our subconscious. These lower vibrational or tricky mental energies that come up to the surface and remind us of all of the sorrow, the heartbreak, the sadness that we've experienced in the past. Especially when there's like a Two of Cups on the table, an opportunity to connect with someone, an opportunity for companionship. These tricky energies, either stored within our subconscious or energies that are projected onto us, they come up to the surface to remind us, right? Early conditioning. So this little one is the younger version of this character here, right? And then we have baggage. With that baggage, unresolved past. This is the healing work, guys. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords makes me feel like this is a projection, an attack, right? An energetic projection. Or these are, this could be like harmful words. Or maybe subconscious energies triggering our Five of Cups. Lower vibrational, emotional energy stored within the subconscious that prevent us from the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords has the Ace of Swords in his hand and he's charging ahead. That prevent us from moving forward with the divine wisdom that we've received. We've got the Moon. The Moon is the subconscious. The Eight of Cups is walking away from an environment or an experience that drained your life force energy, right? There's no sun here. There's only the moon, the subconscious, so these are subconscious triggers. We've got the wounded warrior, subconscious triggers. We've got light shield here, spiritual protection. So you're protected as you do this work, or if you've already done this work, right? You're protected. I'm gonna put these here. Karmic adjustment. Okay. Tell me about this challenge energy here. Tell me about the challenge. We've got occupation, number 34. Occupation. Maybe you're working on this. You're working on this. This is giving like 8 of Pentacles, working on your energy, working on overcoming this challenge, this heartbreak. The whip. The whip is this energy, fire, heat, friction, tension. I feel like someone's been triggering these energies within you. Maybe working on you. Oh, this energy feels parasitic. This black hole energy. Working on your triggers. What is this good lady? Mediator. Cat, divine feminine energy, friendly. Okay. The good lady, it's a number 6. Remember I said that 6 for me represents support from community, support from friends, support from your friends. Maybe someone you know is this good lady. She's acting as a mediator, maybe giving you some information that restores balance and harmony. I'm getting like wise counsel. The Queen of Swords. She has great solutions to problems. We've got the cat, divine feminine energy, but it's giving like a friend, a female friend, helping you put an end to a cycle, a painful cycle. I've talked about this on the community board. Maybe this is a high priestess, someone who can see, someone who does this, right? Someone who can see into the shadows, but she works for the light. She can see into the shadows. She works for the light. She's a mediator, a female friend, helping you put an end to a painful cycle. Man, this card came out in the last reading. Someone who's a master manifester. Maybe someone who's very spiritually connected himself. Good outcome. This is the... There's some sort of victory here, right? We saw it, attainment of success. Despite the odds being stacked against you, you have successfully achieved a significant goal. We've got Lily. Lily represents peace and purity. The lily blooms after it's emerged from the subconscious, right? This butterfly energy, transcendence. So after This lily has been in the mud. It rises, or it emerges clean, pure, purified. We did see the death card, right? So maybe this is the process of purification that you had to go through. We've got letter, more communication, garden. This energy feels so cringy. Tell me about the Two of Cups. What's the Two of Cups, Spirit? We've got woman. The woman is a match to the man. The woman is a number 29. 29 breaks down to an 11. So this woman is also a master manifester. She's very spiritual, tapped in. We've got deep thoughts. The fish. And then the clouds. This is murky thoughts. Confusion. What about the woman? This information came back out, right? Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're confused. Yeah, that's what we've been getting, right? There's some confusion, thinking a lot about change, moving toward this woman, this good lady, this female friend, this mediator, this high priestess. Deep thoughts. It's confusion. False person. The stork. Good news. Crossroads. False person. I don't know who this false person is. Maybe you feel like this woman is a false person. Too good to be true. There's a crossroads here. A choice. Tell me about victory. I've got the dog. This is the divine masculine. The sun. The ring. The sun talks about seeing the light, revelation, illumination, reaching the light, positive self-expression. It's like after going through the moon, right? So the soul, in esoteric astrology, the moon is called the prison house of the soul. The prison house of the soul. Because in order to reach the sun for expression, the soul has to travel through the waters of the moon. That's how we communicate with our soul, right? Through our emotions, our moon. If the waters of the moon are like murky with this energy, this heartbreak, the Five of Cups, if the waters are murky, then the soul's expression, it gets trapped in the moon and it can never reach the sun for expression. So maybe someone's on this journey trying to reach the sun for positive expression. We've got the ring here. The ring, the tower, court, and heart. Okay, I'm going to move to this deck. Okay, let's get some closing messages from this deck. What's the advice here, Spirit? What should the collective do? We've got Yang, action. It's divine masculine energy. Yang represents passion, power, drive, and intensity. If you have lost motivation, Yang is the illuminated warrior within, empowering you to charge ahead with unbending emotional conviction. This is like take the lead. Be assertive, take control. That's what this Knight of Wands is, right? Charging ahead with unbending passion, drive, intensity, emotional conviction. It's like burning through, pushing through, breaking through, feeling this energy and not being entrapped by it. Don't let this energy entrap you, because I can feel it. It doesn't feel good. I feel like someone is working on your triggers, working on your emotional wounds. This black hole, this parasite, they're whipping you. They're whipping you with this fire, this heat, this friction, this tension, this treachery, snaky energy, snakes in the grass. They're whipping you, triggering this emotional pain, maybe emotional pain that prevents you from Ace of Swords, speaking your truth, or expressing yourself positively. We've got love here, the gift of rejuvenation. Nurturing the well-being and happiness of others can lead to newfound levels of healing and inspiration for everyone involved. Care, protection, support, understanding. That's what this contract is, this friendship, companionship contract is. It's a gift of rejuvenation, a gift of love. I talked about this on the community tab. The collective is going to be moving into a period where they're going to be healing through mature love. Healing through mature love. I saw a really cute short the other day. I might share it on the community tab. It talked about how connections, or connecting with someone, or relationships, or just two people coming together and taking care of, look, we've got union coming together. Union represents the balance, union represents union represents a balance and a harmonious flow of love, support, and understanding between two people. But back to that short that I was talking about, it talked about how two people in a connection, when they come together and it's pure, they take care of each other's inner child, right? They provide the love and the support that heals the inner child, right? It doesn't trigger the inner child. Most relationships, whatever this is here, most connections trigger inner child wounds. Elevated connections, evolved connections, they heal the inner child wounds. Okay. This is about love. I know some people don't like to hear about it, but it's the way forward. It's the way into new earth, true earth. True earth it's a reality that's rooted in love. Old earth, we've been there, done that. Old earth is from the root chakra to the solar plexus, right? It was a earth school. We had to learn to heal our root chakra, our sacral chakra, and our solar plexus. We had to learn to ground ourselves, our identity, into the world, find ourselves. We had to learn to control our passions, our primal instincts. We had to learn to find our self-confidence, right? That was old earth. New earth is heart chakra and above. Evil queen. Collaboration, building together. There are multiple ways to achieve your goals. Welcome support from external allies and watch for like-minded individuals who appear to offer assistance. There are multiple ways to achieve a goal. That's what this is. Collaboration, building together. There are multiple ways to achieve your goals. Welcome in support from external allies and watch for like-minded individuals who appear to offer assistance. Guys, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. If you need help understanding all of this, reach out. I know some people are afraid of the High Priestess because the High Priestess sees everything. But I'm really just like a butterfly, right? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Evil Queen came back out again. I tried to ignore her. Yeah. Okay, so this is a distorted feminine energy. It could be a mother figure or a matriarch, right? Head of the household. Someone cruel and malevolent. Vicious, bewitchment, spite, hatred, revenge. Someone cruel enough to intentionally work on your... Hold on, my headphones went off. Come on, you can do it. Battery medium. Okay, it doesn't have to be a mother. It could just be a distorted feminine energy, karmic mother, or her karmic daughter. Distorted feminine energy, someone cruel enough to intentionally attack your triggers. Attack your triggers. Oh, I talked about that on the community page as well, right? These energies have maintained their attachment, their connection by way of triggering the solar plexus. They trigger the solar plexus. It doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel good, but that's how they maintain their connection. Because if they can get you to respond, that response is an emotional cord. It's a cord. It's a binding cord that binds you to this energy. So the more agitated you get, the more reactive you get when these energies are triggered, the stronger the hold, right? The stronger the hold. When we can just let these energies dissolve. That's why my mother's going so insane, right? She's losing her mind because she's trying to trigger these old wounds. But I've healed so much. I'm aware. I'm aware. I can see it's not working, so she tries harder. That's why I was telling Spirit, like, you're asking a lot of me. You're asking a lot of me to stay calm in all of this fire, this heat, this friction in the pits of hell, right? But if you can let these energies just dissolve, right? Roll off your back. This energy, the King of Air, higher wisdom, compassion, and divine understanding. Divine understanding dissolves the cord. Oh, I see what this is. I see exactly what this is. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Okay, last card. It says ladder. To rise in rank. You are advancing to the next level of the game. Anticipate enhancements in your skills, character, status, or material wealth. You're leveling up. There's some sort of progression happening here, right? If you guys want to reach out to me, I'm open to this friendship, companionship energy. My contact information is in the description, I guess. But I'm going to leave this message here, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.